the first thing that you're going to need to follow along with this is to grab the PDF pattern. You can get that at carlyporter.com. So as you can see, there are lots of different ways that you can customize your own quilted backpack. And I'm so excited to jump into 3 different backpacks that we are going to go through all the customizations, take the pattern one step at a time, multitasking and switching from one to the other as you watch me put these together. So let's jump into the next part. All right, so let's start with the Baby Got backpack, the littlest one. And I had set aside some ribbon, and I thought that this would be cute for the like hanging tab, so it can hang up. So we're gonna cut a piece of this and add it on. I could use the webbing if I wanted to, but I think I'm gonna save this for another project of some sort, because I'm kind of going for this like rainbowy pops of color in different spots sort of situation. So I feel like the blue rickrack, the yellow zipper, the pink straps, the purple hang tab, the green rickrack, the blue zipper. So I think the purple will be really cute. And I think this ribbon should be strong enough because it's such a small backpack. So I'm just gonna cut myself, I don't know, let's see, 5 inches, a 5-inch piece of ribbon. Okay, and I'm gonna again singe those edges so that this ribbon doesn't fray on me later, especially with something that's gonna have some usage in the hanging tab. I want to make sure that this is nice and strong. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this. Now I can either decide to have it come together or hang apart. And I think I'm just going to have them come about the distance apart that the width of the ribbon is. And so next thing we're going to do is tack it down onto our back panel so that it's just nice and in place when we are ready to sew our panel together. All right, now notice right here I have my marking center back top spot, and so I'm going to just center my strap right with that yellow marking. Okay, now this stitch does not have to be anything super strong or fancy because we are going to straight stitch and zigzag stitch down when we attach the panel to the zipper gusset. So I just needed a stitch to hold this down. So got that done. Now we also need to decide if there's anything else that we want to include on this back panel. So I could put like a tag coming out of the side or out of the bottom, or maybe I might want to do like a patch on the back. I don't know if any of these match very well. That one's kind of cute. It says "Be true to hue." That's kind of fun. That's from a fabric designer named Alli K. So that's kind of cute, but it's kind of big for such a small backpack. Let's see. I could do a handmade this sticker, or I could do a handmade label. That could be kind of cute, maybe on the back. Although I did realize that I put a handmade label right here, this one that says "Quilting is an Art," and I noticed that if my shirt comes up, this scratches my back, and that's kind of annoying. So the placement for right there, I'm not sure that I love, but I have all of these cute little tags that come out of the bottom or the sides of the seam, so that could be kind of fun. Maybe so I have all of these different labels in here, different things that I could add. Maybe one of these could be cute. Made with love by Wash Cold, Hang Dry, Love Forever. I don't think this has to be anything fancy in terms of laundering, but still a cute tag, that's for sure. Oh, here's another one. Washable, Made to be Loved. I love that one. I feel like that's perfect for this. That one is also really cute, so maybe I'll do 2 little tags here. So, well, not here, but on the back panel or maybe on the side panel somewhere. I like these for this project. Okay, so I have some cute little tags here that will be fun. This one says washable, made to be loved, and it just shows on one side. And so I'm trying to think of where on a backpack these tags could go. I know that in the front of the bag, I'm going to be doing an inset zipper. So maybe, I don't know if it's long enough to come out of that and fit okay. But maybe up on the top here, that could be cute. Or I could do them on the side like that. Washable. I like that. Okay, so since that's our back panel, that means we will attach these to our back panel here. So let's maybe do one that comes out. So I could do one that comes out right here. So it flips out this way. So if so, that means we'll want to tack it down here. And then should we do that there? Or maybe along the bottom? Those could be cute. Oh, maybe we'll do that on the bottom of the bag. Well, I guess they'll get kind of hidden. What about up here? If that's kind of cute. I do like that. We have to be careful not to come too close to the corner. But now that I think more about it, I think I would actually like it to be on the front of the backpack. So if it's like this panel, we could do them like that. Or from the front bottom. Oh, I like that. Okay, we'll save those for the front panel there. Okay, so I would consider this back panel done for the Baby Got backpack. So we're going to set that aside. Now let's look at our back panel for our thick boy backpack. So I'm going to move these straps out of the way. So for the thick boy backpack, I feel like the green is the one that feels kind of the most heirloom or the most vintage style. So I think it would be a good idea to put one of these tags on it. Wash cold, dry low, enjoy for years. I think this would be really cute. And we could put it either down at the bottom or at the top. I don't hate the top. I wonder, oh, we did also have this guy that we were trying to figure out. What if we did those together? That's kind of cute. I like that. Just right there, or maybe right down here, maybe over here. It's hard to decide. I do have this, I have to remember, like I've done some other, well, you know what? If I'm making this bag for myself, and I've already sewn this in, then it wouldn't really make sense for me to mark this because I know who made it, because I made it. So let's maybe actually just stick with this one. And maybe if we put it just right in the center in the back, or, because I don't necessarily want to put this on the front of the bag. And I think it's cute. Let's do it up higher. And then we also need to decide what fabric we're going to use for our hanging strap. Now I did these kind of close together, so it might be tricky to do, well, oh, those will fit. So we could do a hanging strap with that same webbing right there. And I really don't hate that idea. We could even do it like that. Or I can use this green stuff for the hanging tab. Or I could use the yellow. Remember how I did a hanging tab here with the yellow? I think I have more of this yellow ribbon, so I could do a hanging tab with yellow. I think I want to do that. I like that yellow ribbon a lot. So let's see. Here it is right here. That was easy access. I didn't even plan that one. Okay, so I have this yellow ribbon. I really like this yellow ribbon. Okay, so we'll do that for our hanging tag there. So I'm gonna need about this much of it. And let's be sure to singe our edges. Ooh, that's cotton. Okay, so I'll hang like that. So we definitely need to tack that down. And that's our center mark right there, so we'll remember that. Okay, so we've got our hanging tag. Now, how does that play into here? I like that, just right in the middle right there. Okay, so we're going to tack that down as well. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm not stitching over my straps. Okay, cute. Love that back panel. I think that turned out great. And this cute tag matches, where is that back? Oh. And this cute tag matches my friend Andrea's backpack. Look how cute. Stay grounded, stay grounded. Her bag is also pre-quilted fabric. We made this backpack together and we did a cork lining piece here. So cute. Oh, and look at that cute patch on the side that we sewed that on. So cute. This fabric is so like luxurious, so pretty. And then we did a lined pocket, or the optional pocket on top. And the computerized quilting design that we quilted the fabric with is called lure, like a fishing lure. So super cute. So now we have matching labels on our backpacks. All right, so we have the Thick Boy backpack back panel done and good to go. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now we need to think about the Big Girl Bertha bag. Now, I feel like this one definitely could use like a fancy, like sewn in tag somewhere, but we also need to figure out what we're going to use for the hanging strap. Now, because this is going to be a big backpack, it means it could also potentially be a heavy backpack. So I think the smartest option for the hanging tab is the webbing, just so that it's nice and strong and is going to hold up to a lot of wear and tear. So I'm going to kind of figure out how much webbing I need for a good sized hook, and I'd say that's probably good. Okay, and then of course, don't want to forget to singe these so that they don't come undone later on, like Ashley's backpack that now I need to repair because I didn't singe that webbing strap. Okay, good. So now we can hang this, and we're gonna pin it or tack it down with our tacking stitch. And remember, this only needs to be 1/8 of an inch from the edge. It's just enough to hold it down until we can fully sew it into place. So there's my center marking, so I know that my strap is centered. Okay, so now we've got that done. Okay, and we need to figure out if we want to add something here, something cute. I don't know if that one's kind of funny, and it kind of matches, but it also kind of doesn't match all the way. In my sewing era, yeah, I think, well, this one kind of matches, Born to Quilt. But no, it's not perfect. I don't like the brown in that. Okay, so let's see. That one's cute. Maybe down at the bottom. That looks nice. I wonder if there are any other patches that make sense. I don't think any of these quite match the way I would like. Okay. That's pretty cute though. So I think I'm going to do that for this backpack. All right, so we need to tack this on. Cute. All right, so now all of our back outer panels are done, which is exciting. I know this is interesting to be switching from 3 different bags, but when they all come together and we switch all of them right side out, it's going to be so fun to see the reveal of all of them. So we've got our back panels finished. Now it's time to move on to the next step.